Welcome everyone to another Khan Academy tutorial. Today we're going to be adding and subtracting negative fractions. Two things that people don't like. Negative things, negative numbers, and fractions. No one really likes those two things, so I hope you find this helpful. Reduced to simplest form, says the first question. We have 3 over 2 plus negative 6 over 5. So let's go ahead and get started. As I described in the other video, we need to find a common denominator. So here we have 3 over 2. I'm going to write that down. I like to put the negative in the top in the numerator. It makes it a lot easier when you're consistent. The negative out in front really kind of keeps it vague, so put it somewhere, put it to the top number, makes it a lot easier. Now, what we're trying to do here is because these denominators are not the same, we can't add them. It's like comparing two unlike things. Like halves are a lot bigger than fifths. It's like trying to say add quarters and dimes together and saying that you have 7 dime quarters. No, it's not a dime quarter. There's no such thing. You need to combine same units with the same units. So let's convert these, that's the thing we can do in math, to have the same denominator. Okay, the same bottom number. How do we do that? Well, both 2 and 5, let me circle them or square them, whatever you want to call this, box them, need to have they need to be a part of the same numbers multiple, okay? They both need to be able to multiply into the same number. What do I mean? Well, 2 can multiply to get 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 4 is 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I mean, you can have all the fun you want and write out as many as you want, but you're going to see that there's patterns and you can do this faster and faster if you choose certain numbers. Okay, and actually I want to make this purple. Let me change this block to purple. So now we have 5. What are the multiples of 5? We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we could choose more if we wanted to. That's not the point. The point is we want to have a common one. Something that 5 multiplies into and 2 also multiplies into. Well, look at our options here. 2 doesn't go into 5, okay? So that doesn't work. But we can choose 10. Because 10 is here, and it's also here. So we're going to choose 10 as our common denominator. They both fit into this number. We could divide this into smaller units, into tenths, and we can also divide this into smaller units. Instead of fifths, we can divide that into tenths. They both fit into it, so it makes it easy for us to combine these into like units so that we can actually do math with it. Okay, now the process is, how did we go from 5 to 10? Our denominator, our base, went from 5 to 10. What do we do? Well, we multiplied it by 2. That's how we keep it proportionate. We multiply or divide. Okay. So 5 times 2 gives us 10, but we can't just put negative 6 in the top. Okay, because we changed the bottom. If we change the bottom, we also have to change the top. So let's see what that looks like. We are going to multiply the top by what? Well, of course, we're going to choose the same thing. We need to multiply by 2. So we get negative 12 in the top. Let's take a look at the next one. We're going to do the same thing here. 2 times what gives us 10? Well, we're going to multiply this by 5. 2 times 5 is 10. But we can't just put 3 up there. We have to keep it proportionate. We need to multiply the base and the top by the same thing. 3 times 5, 15. Now, we have 15 over 10. We have negative 12 over 10. What do we do with these two things? Well, you combine them. I'm not a big fan of saying, oh, we're going to add, oh, we're going to subtract, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we have 15 over 10, it's positive. We have negative 12 over 10. Obviously, it's negative, and we're going to combine them. Essentially, this attributes itself to subtraction. Okay, but essentially, it's like saying, if we have a 5 and a negative 2, okay, the 5 and the negative 2, they fight. The positive team wins because the 5 is bigger and it wins by 3, okay? That's all it is. That's a way of describing it. We have the same base here, so that's not really a problem. It's 10, okay? We're just worried about the top, okay? When you're adding and subtracting, you keep the base the same. I forgot to say that. Keep the base the same, okay? It's the same unit. We're talking about if we're adding dimes together, we're calling them dimes. This is the whole, okay? That's what we're adding or subtracting. Now, in the top, we have 15 minus 12, okay? Or if you want, combine 15 with a negative 12. Either way, it's the same thing. The 15, the positive team, has 15 guys. The negative team has 12. Obviously, the 15, the positive team is going to win. But how much are they going to win by? They're going to win by 3. I don't know why I made it red. I should have made it green, shouldn't I? Because they won. Okay, positive team wins by 3. So 3 out of 10 is our correct answer. 3 out of 10. Okay, here we go. Reduce to simplest form. Okay, we're going to write this again. -3, I like to put the negative sign on the top. And then we have 5 over 2. What do we do from here? Well, we are going to try to find a common denominator. So I have my equal sign. We're going to do something here. We could list all the numbers. We could do 7, 14. Okay, I'm going to do this. This is the last time I'm doing this because this is a headache. Then we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Aha! Look, we both landed on 14. So guess what? 14 is going to be our common denominator. What do we do? Well, from here, we want to say, okay, how did we change 5 over 2 to become this denominator of 14? Well, we multiply this by 7. And we multiply this by 7. Okay, well, you do the bottom, you have to do the top. So this becomes, I don't know why I put so much space in between these, but I hope you guys don't mind. So this becomes 35. This one, what do we multiply 7 by to get 14? We multiply this by 2. Multiply this by 2. We get -6. So now we have -6 over 14. And a positive, notice how I put a plus sign there, a positive 35 over 14. If there's something in front, okay, if there's something in front of a positive number, that means you got to write the positive number, the positive sign down. Essentially, it turns it into addition. Now, we have the same units, 14. Good there, keep the base the same. But now we have the positive team, 35, playing against the negative team, -6. And we know the positive team is going to win. How much are they going to win by? They are going to win by, what's that, 29 points? Whew, big victory there. So we have 29 over 14. We're going to put that as our answer. 29 over 14. All right, next question. We have 9 over 5 and minus a -6 over 10. Now, this case is a little bit different. We have 2 minus signs here. We have a minus sign in between, and then we have a negative there. This is the same thing as 9 minus -6 over 10, like this. Now you're like, what the heck did you just do? I just put a -1 there. Anytime there's a negative outside of a parentheses, you can pretend, and we can just make this 6x plus 2 or something like that. It doesn't really matter. What I'm trying to say is, anytime there's a negative number, you distribute that negative to both things inside, okay? So you distribute whatever's inside the parenthesis is going to become the opposite sign as it was before. I hope that didn't confuse you. Just when there's 2 negatives, they make a positive. How about that? 2 negatives make a positive. So this is going to become -6 over 10. This is going to be 9 over 5. And this is 2 negatives. They make a positive. See what I did there? Woohoo! That's some high-level stuff. So really, I have 9 over 5 plus 6 over 10. Okay, so 9 over 5, 6 over 10. I need a common denominator. Equals. Oops, I almost gave it away. Okay. Now, what do 5 and 10 both go into? What are they both multiples of? Well, you think of the least common denominator. Well, we want a common denominator, and we want the smallest one that they both fit into. I mean, clearly 5 and 10 both go into 100, but why would you make a number so big? Let's find one that's smaller that they both go into, and that number, hopefully as you do this, you'll get better and better, is 10. They both go into 10. 10 goes into 10, and 5 goes into 10. With more experience, you're able to more quickly recognize this. Now we say, okay, smart guy, what do we multiply 10 by to get 10? Well, just 1. So we can actually leave this the same this time. Look at that. This becomes 6. It stays the same, okay? This fraction stays the same. This one, we had to multiply by 2. What you do the top, bottom, you got to do the top. Times 2, we get 18 over 10. And this is a positive 6 over 10, positive 6 over 10. They're both on the same team. How about that? The base stays the same. We keep the base the same. But now they're on the same team, so they're going to get stronger together. They strengthen each other, and they get to 24 over 10. Hopefully, this cleared up some fraction issues and some negative issues that you all had.